Is this on? We're live from my backyard. You're welcome. Hello, honey, sweetie, baby cuties. I'm starting a new series called Bowtie Musings. The whole point is to completely express truth-based opinions that are founded in love that I feel so deeply and fierily in my heart without projecting judgment in any way, because I love everyone so much for whatever they feel, believe, do, say. Honestly, anything goes. And the way that people act just correlates to the resonance that they have of love for themselves. First of all, just so you know who's occupying my frame with me, this is Shishna. Shishna is my divine sister. She will be backing up everything I say. Isn't that right, Shishna? She's very within. She said yes inside. So I was moved to vlog today. There was no choice in the matter. My heart was like, you need to get a camera up and start rolling, because I feel so strongly about the idea of labeling. I am what you could call gay. I really am just a feminine energy inhabiting a male body and expressing through all forms of iridescent, colorful love. And sure, you could call that gay if you want. I choose to not identify as that, because I would rather just introduce myself as, hey Brad, I'm a creator. I'm a divine creator of love. Cool? Just like you are. Ever since I came out in 2009 to my parents and family and friends, I've experienced peculiar attention towards my sexuality. I'm attracted to masculine energy, so yes, you could call me gay if you'd like. And I've seen that coming from so many different angles that I didn't expect when I was closeted, because obviously I was denying my truth at that time. So I guess I assumed on the other side of coming out, there was a sense of freedom. And there was definitely a sense of freedom, but there was also a new set of limitations that came along with being freely myself. And that was judgment from many different directions. Judgment that also came in the form of seeming acceptance. You have your classic judgment, you have religious-based systems, which if you're religious, totally cool, love you. I come from a religious background. I was raised Roman Catholic and experienced a lot of suppression from that ideology that made me terrified to come out. I honestly thought that I was going to hell and that coming out would be a horrible decision, because then those that I loved would feel guilty for loving me. And it was this horrible, just horrible, love-based desire to protect other people, like my family and friends who were so staunchly against homosexuality, from having to doubt their love for me. Coming from that mentality, I really was my own worst enemy. I just rejected myself. I could not even be my own shoulder to cry on, because to cry would mean that I admitted that I was something that would send me to hell and cause everyone I loved so much pain. I didn't acknowledge it for the first 19 years of my life. So then when I came out and went through the whole rigmarole of accepting myself to even get to that point, I really thought on the other side of that, there must be some kind of freedom, some liberty. And I was right, there was. I was met with so much love from the people around me. I was the most afraid to tell my identical twin brother, Reed, because during our childhood, I really took cues from him, kind of molded my masculinity around just observing how he behaved. I thought like Reed is the closest to me in another body that I will ever find. The idea of being rejected by an externalized me was the scariest thing I could fathom. And so Reed was the last person I told, and everyone met me with such love. With all that said, I didn't realize that there was a whole nother set of hurdles now that I just accepted myself and been open about it to deal with. And that was subconscious projections from virtually everyone. From girls I would meet who would say, oh, I want you to be my gay best friend. I've always wanted a gay best friend. Like I was a poodle in a Gucci purse. Guys who assumed that because now I was openly attracted to men, that I just wanted to have sex with every man in the vicinity. Guys who were uncomfortable with my sexuality and just kind of projected that back onto me in the form of humor and like bro joking, like, oh, no homo, haha. I have literally been assaulted before. Like I've been hit with a fist by someone on the street because I was wearing color and jewelry. I've been told countless times, oh my God, I have the cutest gay best friend. You guys would be perfect together. Want to look at his photos? What's your type? Men? I have been called a faggot probably upwards of 10 times in public. I've had a girl throw her arm around me with a chummy attitude like we are BFFs and tell me, it's okay that you're gay, I support you, as if I give a unicorn's butt what she thinks. It's been 6 years since I came out, and I've seen this now in so many faces and forms that I feel so obligated to address it. A person who has come out of the closet has dealt with so much pain that is really impossible to describe. It is such an intense, dark terror, and I'm not speaking for everyone here, I'm speaking from my own experience, but I know so many other men and women who have experienced the darkest of pain. Your whole life has already been about that one thing. It's already been about who I'm physically, emotionally attracted to. Your whole life is hinged on that secret. Whether you're consciously aware of it or not, that has been the forced center point of our awareness. So when you come out of it, the last thing you want is for that center point of awareness around that one fact about you that is very limiting to remain in place. I feel constantly dragged into needing to address the fact that I am gay, and that makes me different, whether or not it's coming from a seemingly positive place, or it's coming from judgment, or it's coming from just the ease of needing to mentally capture catalog it. I will not be a document in your filing system. Whether or not that stresses you out because you can't pinpoint exactly the vast being that I am, which is just this iridescent rainbow freedom light, which you are too. I don't want to play by the rules of that game anymore. I don't even want to identify as LGBTQ. There's so much beauty in life that has come out of that, but almost in a retaliation of the suppression that has taken place. So I really feel the answer is to just, let's not act like we're dualistic anymore. We don't have to fight for these rights if we act like they already exist. We don't have to fight for the societal norm of not even addressing our sexuality if we just don't acknowledge it. And I'm not talking about ignoring who we are. I'm talking about so comfortably, intimately inhabiting our sexuality that it's not even brought up in conversation. It's not the foundation of our relationship with one another. I know that this is on the horizon too. We're coming to a place where it's just getting annoying. Now the whole token gay thing has been overdone in our media, in our literature, and whatever. Come on. We're all beings of beauty and light, and we all have different attributes that come from our unique flavor of iridescent light. And while mine manifested in a feminine way that is attracted to masculine energy, I am everything too. I am male, I am female. I am this androgynous, loving light being, and so are you. And every time we feel the need to judge and project someone else's sexuality or the way that they manifest in any way, that is always indicating a lack of love within the person judging, not the person being judged. When I'm the happiest is when I see my friends and family, loved ones, strangers, just being who they are. I can't tell you how awesome it is to come across a guy in the street and see him like in this beautiful like unicorn hair get up with blue eyeliner and just like effortlessly living life. That's how life should be. Luring all of our greatest visceral truth to our surface and expressing it through fashion and art. When I meet a person, I can see like the ideal selves in them, if that makes sense. How freaking beautiful they are. Devoid of all the judgment that they may have masked over them. And that is the person that I appeal to at all times. The person who says, wears, does whatever feels right. I see that in other people. I want to exist as the solution to this problem by becoming an androgynous, label devoid human being who does not even address these things. It just comes up by getting to know me. You get to know me, you get to know the fact that I am this unicorn steeped in feminine lunar energy who loves masculine energy, who desires masculine energy to unite with. That's the privilege we all have with each other. We become privy to this knowledge, getting to unearth the beautiful layers in each one of us of our sexuality, which is interlaced with all of these attributes we have. They're all part of the same diamond. You cannot divide it. You cannot say, I am gay and I'm a filmmaker, I'm a writer. No, I'm everything at once. And my gayness moves through everything I do and create. It gives it the unique DNA that is me. The LGBTQ movement is already founded on being anything and everything you are. The flag is a rainbow, okay? Look at the parades. If you go to a gay parade, you will find literally everyone there being everything that they are, just supporting each other. Why can't life be an LGBTQ parade that's just not called that? Why can't it just be life? Labeling is ridiculous. It's a mind attempt to control and catalog things so we can feel better about the things that we have not integrated in ourselves yet. Bye, honey, cutie, sweetie babies. I am so glad to start this series and just keep a conversation going about love-based truths. Let's just keep talking. Let's stay inspired. Let's notice things about our world and talk about them. That's how we're gonna change it. I love you so much, honey, sweetie, cutie babies. And I will see you next time for another Bowtie Musing. Thank you for all your support, honey. She's so still and knowing. You can't hear it, but she's really going, yes, Brad, in the deep echoing chasm of her meditation. Goodbye. Leave a comment. Do tell me what you think so we can keep this conversation going. That was a stretch.